All right, this is a quick video on how to install the bulkhead fittings. We're going to use a Harley-Davidson tank. This is for a Street Glide Ultra, whatever the standard model, about a 2018. So this tank has already had the fuel pump removed, so I can get my hand down in here. If you see this, if you look on the left side of your tank, on the underside, this is the quick disconnect for your main fuel line. We're not wanting to mess with that. So what I recommend is find someplace a little forward in a nice flat area, because that's going to allow your hand to get down inside the tank so you can thread the nut on our bulkhead fitting. So make sure your tank is empty. For me, it's easier to set it down upside down. I'm going to go right about here. I'm going to use what's called a step bit or a unibit. So the hole we want to go, I believe, is a 9/16, and on a unibit, I don't know if you can see it on here, a good unibit's actually marked, so our 9/16 is going to be right here. You can see the markings in there. This one's a DeWalt bit. It's pretty sharp. Be careful with your drill, because I've seen these drills break people's wrists. So I'm just going to go up in here where I know it's going to be clear of everything under the tank, and I'm going to drill until we get to that 9/16 knot. Obviously there it's walking. We don't want that. Now, I believe that's a little small still. We're still at a half inch. Doesn't fit, so I'm gonna go one more. Might have actually gone two on that one, which is fine. Now, I'm out of the washers that I send you guys the bulkhead fittings, but you have two of these white washers. You put one on the inside and one on the outside. So this is for a 1/4 inch line. You have a 6 AN, this is a 4 AN. So I put it, and you see it seats all the way down on the shoulder there, and that gives us a nice seat against the tank. All right, so without the washers, see, I have a flared end, and you're gonna have a cut end where I cut an extended piece off this line that's not needed before shipping. We're gonna plug that down in there. Now, its orientation right now doesn't matter. I'm gonna reach with our little nut here. I'm gonna take this up inside the tank, find my fitting. Now, I have giant hands, so it's a little tricky for me. I'm gonna put one of those white washers on the inside, so I have a washer sandwiched on each side of the fitting. I'm gonna thread that nut on there, and then I'm gonna get a ratchet or a socket of the appropriate size and a wrench right here, and I'm gonna torque that nut down on the inside. Right, now here we've got a little bit of play. We're gonna get it nice and tight. We're gonna angle it just a little bit so that fuel line can route to the outside. Then you run this up under your seat. I recommend bringing the fuel line out behind the rider where your slot for your backrest is at, but you don't have to wherever that line runs. Then we put an AN fitting on here with our fuel line and run that to your valve, from the valve to the tank, and I'll do a video on how the AN fittings work here in just a second.